I want to thank you all for joining us. It is a pleasure to be here today with leaders from the global leader in nuclear technology, Westinghouse Electric Company, also joined by Ameren Missouri and all of our electric energy providers. We're here with labor organizations, other groups, for this transformative announcement for our great state. As governor, my top priorities are to create jobs and to grow our economy for the future. And we're working every day to do just that. Today we are standing together, Westinghouse, State of Missouri, Ameren Missouri, all of our electric energy providers, business and labor, legislators and local officials to embrace a truly transformational opportunity for our state. When it comes to creating jobs and transforming our economy, projects just don't get any bigger than this one. With decades of global leadership, Westinghouse is committed to designing and building the next generation of small, compact, and safe nuclear reactors for the United States and the world. And we're here today to announce that it is their desire to do that right here in Missouri. When it comes to the next generation of nuclear energy, Missouri has the right workers, the right research institutions, the right electricity energy providers, and the right location to make our state the hub of this new industry. This is a tremendous opportunity for our state, our country, and the world. Let me introduce the leaders who are joining me here on the stage. First of all, from the legislature, we're glad to be joined today by Senator Mike Kehoe, Senator Tim Green, Senator Tom Dempsey, and Representative Jeannie Riddle. We also have numerous other members of the legislature that are with us today, and I thank you for being here, showing a strong support of the Show Me State. Let me introduce the leaders who are also joining us here on this stage. Joe Zwedlitz, who is President of the Americas for Westinghouse Electric Company, the world leader in nuclear technology. Joe, if you would. Dr. Kate Jackson, who you'll hear from in just a minute, who is the Senior Vice President and Chief Technology Officer for Westinghouse Electric Company. Warner Baxter, Chairman, President, and CEO of Ameren Missouri. Barry Hart, Executive Vice President of the Association of Missouri Rural Electric Cooperatives. Up here also representing other electrical providers in our state. It's great to have these legislative leaders with us. We also have joining us here today from the University of Missouri System, our great Chancellor, Brady Deaton, and David Bradley, the Chairman of the University of Missouri Board of Curators. David Bradley. We're also joined by Jeff Abusi with the St. Louis Building and Construction Trades. Jeff, if you would. And pleased to have with us, somewhere here in the shade, I'm sure, the President of the AFL-CIO of Missouri, Hugh McVeigh. We thank you for being here with us, Hugh. There in the shade. To begin this program this afternoon, I'd like to introduce Mr. Warner Baxter from Ameren, Missouri, to talk about the background of this project. Then we'll hear from Dr. Kate Jackson. After Dr. Jackson's remarks, I'll make a very few comments and then invite Barry Hart to say a few words. Then we'll be glad to take questions from media. To start us off, it's my pleasure to introduce the CEO of Ameren, Missouri, and a strong leader for economic growth in the Show Me State, Mr. Warner Baxter.
Well, thank you, Governor, and good afternoon, everyone. You know, it is indeed a great pleasure to be here with all of you today. You know, speaking on behalf of all my coworkers at Ameren, Missouri, we are certainly proud to be part of this unprecedented alliance of leaders seeking to secure our state's and our country's energy security and economic security. In particular, we are thrilled to partner with Westinghouse, the global leader in nuclear technology and development. We're also very pleased to work so closely with all of our state's electric energy providers in support of Westinghouse's application to the Department of Energy. Those providers are the Association of Missouri Electric Cooperatives, Associated Electric Cooperative, the Empire District Electric Company, Kansas City Power and Light, and the Missouri Public Utility Alliance. And finally, it has just been an absolute pleasure to work with such forward-thinking leaders in our state, such as Governor Nixon, Senator Kehoe, and Representative Riddle, along with many other legislative leaders who are on the stage with us today, and other statewide leaders joining me in this great opportunity for the state of Missouri. We are strong, and we are a united team that is focused on two key objectives. First, capitalizing on the tremendous Department of Energy funding opportunity that could help address our state's and our country's future energy needs and economic security. And second, capitalizing on what could be a transformational economic development opportunity for our state and our country. Like every good team, each of us has a role to play. Ameren Missouri's primary role is to partner with Westinghouse and be the first utility in the country in seeking a combined construction and operating license, or COL, for Westinghouse's small modular reactor from the United States Nuclear Regulatory Commission at our Callaway plant site, should the DOE funding come through. In very basic terms, a COL permits but does not obligate a company to proceed with construction of a nuclear plant at a particular site. This is in contrast to an early site permit, which we've talked a lot about, from the Nuclear Regulatory Commission that verifies that a plant site would be suitable for a new power plant. Simply put, the COL includes all the work for a site permit and takes the next step in terms of the future development of nuclear power. We believe that pursuing this opportunity with Westinghouse is clearly in the best interest of our customers and the entire state of Missouri for several reasons. First, pursuing this opportunity is consistent with our commitment to taking proactive steps today to maintain important generation options in the future, especially in light of our aging coal fleet across the entire state, as well as the uncertain environmental regulations that we find before us. Consequently, nuclear power may be Missouri's best option to help meet our state's future energy needs, and the COL positions Missouri to move forward in a timely fashion should conditions be right to build a Westinghouse SMR in the future. Second, should our alliance be successful in the application with the DOE, Missourians could save millions of dollars associated with the design and operating license development costs. And finally, and in many respects, perhaps even more importantly, winning the competitive DOE application process positions Missouri for a transformational economic development opportunity, which includes becoming the hub for the design, development, manufacturing, and construction of American-made SMRs in Missouri, the United States, and around the world. Now, I'm certain many of you are probably wondering what this recent development really means in terms of the legislation we've been seeking for an early site permit. In light of the significant developments and opportunities associated with this recently announced program from the DOE, legislative efforts surrounding the early site permit are being placed on hold while the entire state of Missouri pursues this terrific opportunity with the Department of Energy. We will be in a better position to determine future legislation needs associated with nuclear energy once the DOE decision is made later this summer. Because the bottom line is really this. This is an opportunity that the state of Missouri simply cannot let pass by. This is clearly recognized by everyone on stage with me today, as well as the constituents they represent, including our entire congressional delegation in Washington, D.C., and many, many more stakeholders across the entire state of Missouri. Missouri should be proud that we have positioned ourselves so well for this opportunity. I would be remiss again not to thank Governor Nixon, Senator Kehoe, and Representative Riddle for their tireless efforts and leadership in this effort. They, along with many others in the legislature, have stood up to support policies that will help address our state's future energy needs and help drive important economic development in our state. I also want to thank the leaders of all the electric energy providers in the state for their strong support in this effort, as well as our great partners from labor, the University of Missouri, local chambers of commerce, and frankly, the list could go on and on. And so finally, I want to thank now our good partner, Westinghouse, for choosing Ameren Missouri and the entire state of Missouri to partner with them in this DOE application process and help lead to a transformational economic development opportunity here in the state. We look forward to extending our already strong working relationship with them in the future. I think, as you can see, we have assembled quite a strong team. Ameren Missouri is committed to win this effort, and working closely with all of our partners and key stakeholders throughout the state, we plan to lead Missouri to a secure energy and economic future. Thank you.
And it's now my pleasure to introduce the Senior Vice President and Chief Technology Officer of Westinghouse Electric Company, Dr. Kate Jackson. Dr. Jackson.
I want to thank all involved for this unique opportunity to partner with Missouri, the state of Missouri, and Ameren Missouri. And especially I want to thank Governor Nixon and Mr. Baxter. We could not be more pleased with the relationship with Ameren Missouri and the state of Missouri for the opportunities that this represents going forward. Ameren Missouri's nuclear operating experience, location, and commitment to innovation make it an ideal electric utility partner for Westinghouse bid to claim the DOE funds of up to $452 million for small modular reactor technology. Ameren Missouri and Westinghouse share the vision of a Missouri-led, U.S.-based global export, manufacturing, and modular nuclear technology industry that will expand the nation's options for nuclear power, as well as further the nation's collective goal for global clean energy. Westinghouse is a 126-year-old American company. Nuclear energy is our only business. Almost half the nuclear plants operating in the world are either Westinghouse designs or are based on Westinghouse designs and technology. As we survey the field of those who might apply for the investment funds, we are convinced that there is no better, more powerful alliance than the one comprising Westinghouse, Ameren Missouri, and the Missouri Electricity Alliance. The support of the governor and the legislature and the tremendous education and training resources available through the University of Missouri system are unmatched. 10 years ago, the Department of Energy sought to invest in rapid development of large next-generation nuclear technologies. Westinghouse applied for and was awarded the majority of those funds, resulting in the Westinghouse AP1000. The AP1000 design is the first and only passive design to be licensed by the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, and today there are 8 AP1000 plants being constructed, 4 of them in the United States. Those 4 plants are the first nuclear plants to be constructed in 30 years. Westinghouse is the only company that has fresh experience and the technical expertise to rapidly license the SMR. We will use that experience and competency to apply for the DOE funding for SMRs and will win again. Ultimately, we believe that this working relationship will position Missouri and as the global hub of small modular reactor market and, in addition, bringing great economic benefit to the state. Approximately $30 million has currently been brought into the Missouri economy as a result of supplier contribution to the AP1000 units under construction currently in the U.S. and internationally. And the potential deployment of Westinghouse SMR in Missouri will result in a greater number of jobs and long-term economic benefits for the people of Missouri. We welcome the opportunity to develop clean, reliable, and secure energy sources utilizing significant skills of the people of Missouri. Furthermore, it is our hope that the Department of Energy will recognize Ameren Missouri Westinghouse partnership along with the unprecedented alliance of every electric energy provider in the state of Missouri who supports our application for its unique ability to provide greater certainty to licensing and deployment of the Westinghouse SMR technology. The potential deployment of Westinghouse SMR in the generating portfolios of the Missouri Electricity Alliance in the state of Missouri could demonstrate how SMRs can be coupled with other energy sources, including renewables and fossil, to leverage resources and produce higher efficiencies while increasing grid stability and energy security. Westinghouse has made the business decision to be the first mover in the next generation of nuclear technology, the SMR market. We could not be happier to partner with Missouri and all the other Ameren Missouri, the state of Missouri, and all the energy providers in the state. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jackson. Building this new generation of nuclear reactors will require extensive research, advanced engineering, and outstanding workers. We offer all three of those right here in Missouri. With powerhouse research institutions like the University of Missouri-Columbia and the engineering excellence of the University of Missouri Science and Technology, Missouri is home to some of the sharpest minds in nuclear research and technology and prepared to meet the challenges of the future. We're also home to the most highly trained and skilled tradesmen and women in the world. Missouri's central location along the Missouri and Mississippi rivers would also make our state a convenient location for shipping these modular reactors to markets anywhere in the world. This alliance between Westinghouse, the state of Missouri, Ameren Missouri, and our electric energy providers truly has the potential to transform the production of electricity in Missouri, in America, and quite frankly, throughout the world. In doing so, this project could spark a new global industry right here in the Show Me State. Missouri is proud to be a partner with Westinghouse and Ameren Missouri in this historic endeavor. This is a collaboration that would grow jobs, grow our economy, and lead to more affordable, abundant, safe, and reliable energy for us all. I thank Westinghouse Electric Corporation, Ameren Missouri, and all of our partners for their continued commitment to our vision for Missouri's energy future. And we look forward to working with you each and every step of the way. Missouri has the research and engineering talent, we have the workers, and we have the dedication to work with Westinghouse and all our partners to turn this vision into reality. Our view, this is really, truly a great day for the state of Missouri. Now it's my pleasure to invite another key member of our coalition to say a few words. Barry Hart is the Executive Vice President of the Association of Missouri Electric Cooperatives. Barry has been a champion of energy issues in rural Missouri for many, many years, along with all of Missouri's energy providers. Along our rural co-ops are critical members of the coalition that is moving this project forward. Please welcome an outstanding leader for rural Missouri, Barry Hart.
Good afternoon. As someone who spent 10 years of my career trying to attract new business and industry to our state, working with a lot of communities in this great state of Missouri, I can't tell you how big a deal this is for our state. This is the big one. This is going to provide jobs and economic opportunity for our state, for the people that live here, that want to raise their families here for a long, long time. There's a lot of people that I would like to recognize for this effort, but I can't go through that list because we don't have enough time. But I did want to thank Westinghouse, a well-respected international company that's decided to make a commitment to the state of Missouri. Let's give them another round of applause. As the governor said, we do have a good team put together. It started last year when the electric service providers in this state decided this is too important for us not to come together and develop solutions that will provide affordable energy, reliable electricity for the citizens of our state and for new industries that we're trying to attract here. It was too important not to come together. We came together, and there's been a lot of hard work working with Senator Kehoe, Representative Riddle, the governor, and the members of the Missouri House and Senate that are here today. I'd like those members of the Missouri House and Senate that have helped us on this legislation to hold your hand up so we can recognize you too. I want to thank the electric service providers for joining everyone in this effort. It's very powerful when we all come together. We put aside our differences, how we're governed, how we make decisions, and we put our state first. And we've done that, and I think we have a great team put together here. View it this way. If our team that we put together, all of these skills, these resources, dedicated to a common cause, of making this happen for the state of Missouri, if we keep our eye on the ball. Now the ball is economic opportunity for our citizens, and the ball is affordable and reliable electricity for the future. The ball is all these jobs we're going to create. if we keep our eye on the ball, like David Freese did during the World Series and in the 6th game, we're going to win the World Series for Missouri. Thank you very much.
Once again, I want to thank all of you for joining us for this historic announcement. This project, as has been echoed time and again, provides us a transformative opportunity, and we're ready to compete to bring these next-generation jobs and opportunities to our state. This would not be possible without our strong and unified alliance, an alliance you've seen represented in our speakers as well as the audience here today. This is our moment to bring cutting-edge jobs and next-generation manufacturing industry to our great state. Together, we're going to work to make the most of it.